Hello, my name's Dave with Apt Electronics and Appliances in Glenview, Illinois, and today we're going to demonstrate hanging a Sanus VLF320, which is a pivot arm mount that has very shallow depth to the wall, which is nice. And there's a couple different processes. First, we're going to attach the arms to the back of the television. We've already got one on, and we're going to attach the second arm here with our washers and our lock washers to make sure that nothing comes off the wall or the television. Oops, hold on, that one's being a little tricky. And as always, when you're working with tools and power tools, wear your safety goggles. Mine are prescription, and they've got the nice side shields. And I like to wear gloves as I get older as I do this stuff. It makes it easier for me to grab stuff. All right, so that's on there and feels good to me. So that's the first part. Those are the arms. The second part is the actual bracket itself, and this attaches to the television, and then, whoops, will also attach to the cleat on the wall. There we go. And the first thing we do after we get this on is we have to find a frame of reference for our height. So I've actually got to sort of dry fit it all together. This is the cleat that will hang on the wall in a moment. But we've got to sort of all put it together so we get a sense of where it's all going to go. We've got our measuring tape, which is of course really important, and a pencil helps. All right, so we're hanging this television above a desk in an editing bay. So we know that our TVs in the editing bay came up, what, about 16 inches off the desk. So we're going to start with that and go up about 16 inches and make a little mark. And then we'll cover that. And then we'll make another mark at 16. All right. And then we probably want to be above that tape line, above the top of that tape line. So the next thing we're going to do is take our level and pick a spot on the mount, the cleat that goes on the wall, and decide. I like to go from the bottom of the mount because then I'm not trying to remember if I did the top of the middle of the screw hole or something. But whatever you decide on doesn't really matter. The other thing that said, sometimes these mounts are a little trickier because I've got about 7 3/4 because they will compress a little bit. So I'm going to go with 7 3/4 though on this one. So I'm going to go to the top of this line to make sure I give myself plenty of room, and I'm going to say that's 7 3/4, and that's going to be the bottom of my cleat right here. Now I have to decide on a center. And remembering Adam's workspace, I actually think right about where I am is going to be good for the center, assuming I'm not blocking the outlet, which I am a little bit. Where am I? Right here. So I'm going to slide over to include the outlet in the center of my mount, and that should work just fine like that. Okay. Put our level on the mount, and we haven't found our studs yet, so we're just going to mark every single hole and then find our studs. You could call this the alternative method. The other method would be to find your studs first, obviously, but I'm not too worried about it. Good, 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 good. It looks like we missed one here. Whoa, oh, we'll live without it. All right. Now we're in an industrial space. We're going to just use a magnet to find our studs, and we're going to cheat because we know there's usually a stud next to every outlet. So we've got one here. I'm going to hit that just fine. And then we're going to assume that the studs are either 16 or 18 inches on center, so we're probably going to hit another one right about here. And we'll confirm that with our little magnet. Looks good to me. All right. Fantastic. Next thing we want to do is take our drill, which we've already put a 1/2-inch drill bit in, and drill the hole. One. That's two. That's three. That's four. All right. Got our fasteners that I love for steel studs. Right in the channel. Breaks off. Again, right in. It opens up. Right in the channel. This is in the channel of the metal stud, so it's not going to go anywhere. Oop, that one's got to get opened up a little bit. There we go. And see if our last one's going to get in. Nope. Again, got to open it up or wallow the hole. Sometimes you need to use a little bit more finesse than force. Alrighty. And now I'm going to hang our cleat or our backer plate, and they've conveniently put up and down arrows on it, or rather just up arrows on it. And putting our cleat on the wall, again with washers to make sure that nothing falls down. And obviously, most of this you can do by yourself. But there is going to be a part where we're going to need an assistant to get the TV on for the last bit. But not yet. So now, got our mount up, our cleat rather. We've got our screws in and they seem good. Where's our level? We're just going to make sure that our plate's level to start with. And it just needs a little tweak, and there it is. There we go. And that's our plate on the wall. Now, put this guy on. Okay. Turn it. Okay. And this is where we get our, that bag of goodies they always give you with stuff. We've got to find our screws. Here they are, wall plate screws. They're labeled. Oops. Let's keep these separate for a second. And manufacturers are usually very kind about providing Allen keys, and they have here. So we're just going to go ahead and get this guy on here then. Come on. There we are. Very nice. Okay. So, is there measuring tape again? Let's just double check. We said 7 3/4. Yeah, so we're about the top of the blue tape, right where we had intended to end up. We're going to start by put these little Allen screws in. There we go. There we go. And I like to start each one to make sure it's in before you tighten it. Sometimes when they all compress up, they don't want to play nice if one of them's been tightened all the way. So. All right, now I'm going to go back in reverse order and tighten everything down. Alrighty. That bracket is secured to the wall, so we're going to put these little channel covers that they give us on. Make it nice and clean. You just clip into place. And again, another channel cover. Just clips into place. Very nice. Sanus provides little channel covers for the inside that we'll put on later after the TV to run the wire in. These are the important clips for the bottom, and these are the screws to hold those clips in. And I said I needed help earlier, but given how low this TV is, I think I can hang this myself, so I'm going to give it a shot. See if we can actually do this I'm just going to tighten that up so it doesn't move too much up and down on me. I'll tighten these guys up a little by hand. There we go. Not bad. All right. This is a 40-inch television? 40-inch television. Yeah, one guy, not bad, huh? All right. Now, we should turn this, sorry, so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is very important. On all arms, regardless of the manufacturer, there's going to be an all-important safety of some kind to hold it in together. And that's one. And get the other one in there. That's the other one. And then these guys, thread in. We're just finally tightening up these safety clips. All important to hold the TV. Whoa. In place. There we go. And if we push this TV back to the wall, you can see that the VLF 320 does get very tight to the wall. That's our TV. Have a nice day, folks.